Alright, what's up guys? Hey, in this video I'm going to be making a class setup video. The difference between this class setup video and the one I did before is that one, this one's for search and destroy, and two, it emphasizes the point that you need to organize the way you set up your classes in a certain way that actually gives you an advantage over the other team. This might sound a little bit weird, but trust me, it works. So, when making your S&D classes, you always should have at least two fast classes. What I mean by fast classes are classes with, bare, lightweight, and extreme, basically used to get to spaces faster. You can use these classes throughout the game, not only just to play and, like play the game regularly and just run around, or you can use them for initial sprint. And I'll show you exactly what I mean when I uh, start up the game. So I'm going to make some classes here in Search and Destroy. I'll explain to you why I make these classes, and then I'll go ahead and show you how I don't even need to name my classes. They can all be custom one, and I'll still know exactly what I have on each of them, and I'll know in game how to switch and when to switch, because basically the thing that a lot of people don't understand is that in the first 15 seconds of a game, you actually are allowed to switch classes. So you can like get an initial sprint for 10, 15 seconds and then switch your weapon to a slower class. So you can get positioning but still use that like flak jacket class without lightweight, no extreme, all that good stuff. So I'll show you exactly what I mean. So my first class is going to be a regular, slow class. It doesn't have to have lightweight. It doesn't have to have extreme. So let's go with the M8. Let's go with the FMJ. It's great for wall banging people. Search and destroy is very key. And you're going to have stock on it. Okay? That's my first gun. Like I said, I'm going to have flak jacket, bare minimum toughness. And then let's say I want, what do I want? I want to stun in a nade. So that's my first class. So notice that this class, I can't get to places quickly off the bat of the game. I can't just sprint and have like, 10 seconds sprint. I can't run quickly. So it's like it's a slow class. So now you put in the middle of it, you put this you put one of your fast classes. Not the, yeah. Oh, sorry. You put one of your fast classes. Notice this one has extreme, lightweight. You put your fast class in there. Okay? And now your third class is gonna be another slow class. Actually, I'm gonna go back a little bit. I wanna explain to you guys the importance of competitive rule set. This would be actually one of my good classes. I like using EMPs in SnD because a lot of people tend to not rock hardwired. So the thing is, you can just you constantly can have awareness of where the other team is. If you just toss a random EMP somewhere out in the distance and it hits like an area, then you'll know this guy's possibly out here. And then you have two of them, so you kind of have two little, motion sensors to give you general ideas of where enemies are. And not only that, but these make you're really good at like distracting opponents and phasing them out and preventing pushes because when you get hit by an EMP, you're EMP'd for 10 to 15 seconds. In those 10 to 15 seconds, that's just drawing out time because no one really wants to push when they're EMPs. That just puts them at a disadvantage, so it draws out time. All right, next. You got this lightweight, extreme class. Stun nade is usually something I'd use on it, uh, just to run around and kind of get good positioning. Stuns are good in search and destroy. A lot of people don't use tac mask. Nades are good because, well, you can catch a guy without flak jacket, or you can just weaken people as you're pushing them. Next, after I make my fast class, I make another regular class. So let's say on this one I know what I want. I'm gonna have this FMJ. Oh, I'm gonna have that. Actually, no. I'm gonna make an SMG with, one second. I'm gonna have lightweight, toughness, dexterity, and dead silence. And this time I want double stunts on. Alright, so this class, you'll notice, why can't I just use this as a fast class? Well, here's the key thing. It doesn't have extreme conditioning, so you're not going to get a far enough sprint. So it's better to use this class off the break and then switch to this one. But what's dexterity gonna do for you? Dexterity is gonna make you more like prone to gunfights. Like if a guy comes around the corner and you're sprinting, you're probably gonna be able to pull your gun up faster and kill him. As this one, if you stick with this class throughout that whole duration of the game, you're not gonna have that dexterity. You're not gonna be able to climb things faster. You're not gonna be able to pull your gun up quicker. You're gonna be at a disadvantage gunfight wise, and you're not gonna be wanting to sprint around the map very much. Now you'll ask, why do I have stuns on this one? Well, stuns, a lot of the time, like if you kind of play slow and you wait the game out, when you're left in a clutch situation, a lot of people tend to not use tac mass, so you can kind of just stun people out of a lot of places, and it's really useful because, well, like I said, not many people use tac masks, and they tend to just sit there, and a lot of people don't use stuns in Search and Destroy, and this will catch them off guard. Alright, so now, you get to your 4th class slot, and this is where you make another fast class, another one. So this time, if you, let's say you want to snipe, I'm putting down a sniper rifle. I'm going to have lightweight toughness, dead silence, oops, extreme conditioning, let's say, oh, actually this will work too. Let's say you want to have overkill, you can have this, overkill, and boom, a sniper rifle. You can do any sort of combination, whatever, even if you don't want a sniper rifle, even if you want like another SMG class. I'm just making this class in general just so you guys. So this SMG class will not only be a fast class, but let's say you want to snipe. The lightweight and the extreme will help you get to places quicker, like middle map, stuff like that, and get into pre-snipes quick. So it'll catch a lot of people off guard. Usually on these types of classes, snipers, you don't want flakjack or any of that stuff. In a competitive setting, if you're gonna snipe, you honestly have to be constantly on the move. The thing about like sniping in a competitive setting is you can't camp. It's awful. Like you can't just sit there and camp. It's not gonna help your team out. You're not gonna pick up any kills. Like people aren't dumb. The thing about sniping in a competitive rule says you got to be aggressive with it, and that's what a lot of people don't realize, and that's why their snipers are useless versus players like myself or Ricky or, you know, people that know the ins and outs of SnD like the back of their hand. Alright, so that's my second fast class, and then down here I'm gonna have another slow class. Let's say I want trophies this time. Oops. So I'm going to have trophies on this one. Toughness, dead silence. Alright, there's my trophy class. So now that I got all my classes set up, this is a pretty obvious class setup. It's kind of sort of like this one, but this is a little bit more defensive, so you can plant trophies, and same stuff as really this one, just different tacticals. Alright, so these are some classes that I'm going to be using for Search and Destroy. Alright, so now let's see how this benefits me when I actually play the SnD game mode. I should have set this up a little bit earlier. Alright, I can just load one up. Alright, so I'm playing SnD. Alright, so notice how I don't have my classes named. I just kind of know where all of them are positioned. And notice I have a fast class in between 2 slow classes every single time. You'll notice how this comes in handy because I'll show you exactly how the class switch works. Right, so I have offense. So on offense, I don't want trophies, I don't want sniping. I'm going to use this class up here. But what do? I start off with this one. So look at the timer.
Neutralize the objective.
In the first 15 seconds of the game, I'll be able to switch classes. So I get my initial sprint, I jump, and I switch classes. And notice how I have my slow class, now I'm able to green card, do all this nonsense that I wouldn't be able to get here faster if I just went to my base and started sprinting with my flak jacket class. That's why those fast classes come in handy. I'll show you again next round. I'm going to show you how it is exactly 15 seconds to change
We lost
the
that
class
round, but it's not over yet. Get ready for the next
seconds. I
one.
believe it's 15 or 10. So if it's past 15, if it's at 15,
search and
you won't
destroy.
switch. So there's 30 seconds in the round. So at 15 seconds, it won't
Defend
let
the
me switch.
objectives.
I don't think it's actually 15. I actually think it might be 10 seconds. We'll see in a second. So let's get into that point. Yeah, 15 seconds is the mark. After 15 seconds, you can't switch classes. Let me show you one time on the benefits. like I said, you
We
always
lost
put the
that round,
fast
but it's
class in
not over
between two
yet.
slows.
Get
So
ready
you
for the
always put it
next one.
in your custom 2 and your custom 4
Switching
slot,
operation ready point.
so that you can do this. So
Search and destroy.
let's say you want to use the third, your third one. So you
Destroy the
start off mid
objective.
sprint.
We got the bomb.
I'm gonna sprint the whole 15 seconds so you can kind of see how fast you can get the places. Boom, now you have your slow class, and you can make moves with dexterity and stuff like that, that you wouldn't be able to use if you start off with your fast class. So a lot of people always question me and be like, "Yo, how'd you
We
get there
lost
so
that round, but it's
fast?
not over yet.
How do you get
Get
there?
ready
How
for
do
the
you get
next
positioned
one.
with that sort of gun that quickly?"
Switching
And
sides.
then I just tell them that I class switch, and this is
Search and
exactly what I
destroy.
mean. So I'm gonna sprint the whole 15 seconds of this fast class, and I'm gonna switch to a
Defend the
slow class. And I'm gonna
objective.
show you exactly how far, and how you can get the places that people wouldn't think are possible. So look, I'm over here. I'm not saying that I would do this in a game, but look, I'm over here and now I have an assault rifle with flak jacket. So put yourself in a position where you can get to certain spots and then switch classes, and then people will find themselves caught off guard. That's why it works a lot of time with the AR, because um, you can switch to the AR while you're in positions that a submachine gun would usually get to. So a lot of time in Search and Destroy, when I notice myself trying to get positioning, if I sprint for 10 to 12 seconds and I don't see an enemy ready for a gunfight, I automatically switch to a different class that I want to use to push the other situation. So let's say, I'll give you an example. On Express, if I go down low and I see nothing with my fast
Time's
class,
almost up.
I don't see any enemies, I'm going to automatically switch to a class that would benefit me in pushing the A bomb rather than just sitting at B. Because I know they're not going to go B, they're going to be going A most of the time. So I'm going to have to push them out. So I switch to a class that would only benefit me in that situation. Same with this map. So like I said, I don't know what these classes are named. I just know that I have a fast class here and a fast class there, and I remember what I have in between, and it's a good way of setting up your class, because you can go here and switch to this one. You can go here, switch to this one. You can go to custom 2, switch to
Good
number
job,
1.
SEALs. Get
All
ready
that
for the
stuff.
next round.
Alright, so that's pretty much the end of
Switching sides.
my class setup. Informative
Search and destroy.
video. I don't know what to call it.
Eliminate the objective.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go. If you guys liked this video and found it useful, you got some good tips from it, make sure you guys like it, give it a fave, subscribe to my channel, whatever you might do, share it, whatever. If you like it,
Mission
you
directive
like it. If
failed.
you don't,
Bring it next
you
time.
don't know what to tell you. But I really hope that I do provide some good information for you guys that truly makes you a better player. I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day.